Hey, how are you doing? This is Jake, and this is my student athlete, LJ. LJ is a track athlete at Southern Western Universities. He does the hurdles, he does the runs. Which runs do you specifically do?
110 hurdles, the 200 and the 4x1.
Okay. So the performance plan that I've set up for LJ is tailored towards developing an imagery script for him. During LJ's performances before and after, he tends to kind of slip out of focusing on the right things and focusing on performing well. To kind of cope with this issue, I've followed the same model that we've used in class with the PETTLEP program model of an imagery. This will provide LJ with an imagery script that he can follow before his meets and before his practices, and kind of get him in the routine of kind of helping this issue that he has with using imagery and using it effectively. So with the imagery script that I have planned for us, during the first week of the plan, specifically on Tuesday, this day was specifically designed to dedicate time towards filling out the PETTLEP model. This worksheet that I have for LJ on Tuesday will kind of complete the second step. This step kind of plots out the specifics of the environment. This step is where LJ will kind of spend time grasping the environments around him, even closing his eyes and kind of imagining what his surroundings are around him. So right now we're going to go through that step with LJ, just going through the specifics of the environment. So if I can relate this to you, when I did this for myself in soccer, some of the examples that I used would be: you felt a cool breeze in the air, you felt the sun shining down on you, you felt, for you maybe it would be the way the track feels on your feet, the way the crowd feels, the energy. So we'll just go through and we'll jot down some of the things that you think of when you talk about the specifics of your environment.
I don't know how to spell environment. I'm going to go with my gut. So when I think of the environment, when I think of track and field, I categorize it as the rush.
Okay.
When I categorize it as the rush, I've been running track and field for about 6 or 7 years. I feel a calm, sort of a calm before the storm, in a sense, because when you're running track and field at a competitive level such as college, especially D2 or D1, running at a D2 level, running against D1 athletes, I feel a sense of embodiment. I feel a sense of a calm before the rush of having to prove myself when it comes to showing my coach that he didn't just give me the scholarship and, I don't deserve it. So I think of it as a rush, a calm before the storm. I also think of it as a test, in a sense, to see how well I know my own craft, how well I know myself, how well I know the sport, how well I know the game, in a sense. And so when I feel the environment, I feel empowered, I could say.
Okay.
I feel a type of empowerment. And with that, with the crowd comes a certain hush over everything else in the world, because yeah, we all have class, yeah, we all have family, but when you're out on that track, I feel like it's just you and the time. I don't focus on whoever I'm running against. I focus on the time, because then there's school records and there's NCAA qualifications. I just feel a certain type of movement, and it just makes me feel like I have a bigger purpose in life, and I just feel like I'm the one that can do it. And with that, in conclusion of the movement, I feel as though there's a certain level of competition, and with that, I'm going to end it off with saying I just feel the coolness when it comes to the track. So,
That's all really good, and it's really good that you're being specific about it, because it shows that you have a really good understanding of this. So with the second step that we have towards developing this imagery script, this is kind of going to let you become more comfortable in your surroundings. For example, before you're at your meets or during practices, this is kind of an exercise that you could use just to make yourself calm down, just to make yourself comfortable performing before you actually do the performance. So I want you to kind of sleep on the things that we wrote down right now, and make sure that you really grasp and remember these things right before you run and do your meets.
Yes, sir. I'll take these. I will take these into consideration.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
and
you
this
so
is
much,
all we
sir.
have.
Thank you.